Data breaches are a nightmare for any business. In today's digital age, companies of all sizes collect and store vast amounts of sensitive information. This can include customer names, addresses, financial data, and even social security numbers. A data breach occurs when unauthorized individuals gain access to this confidential information. The consequences of a breach can be devastating. Businesses may face financial losses from stolen funds, lawsuits, and regulatory fines. Reputations carefully built over years can be destroyed in an instant. Customers, whose trust has been violated, may take their business elsewhere. For small to medium-sized businesses, a data breach can be an existential threat. The immediate aftermath of a breach can be chaotic. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and uncertain about the best course of action. However, it's precisely in these moments that swift and decisive action is crucial. By understanding the steps involved in handling a data breach, businesses can mitigate the damage and begin the process of recovery. The first and most important step is to acknowledge the breach. Ignoring the problem will only make it worse. Once a breach has been identified, businesses must move quickly to contain the damage, investigate the scope of the breach, and notify the appropriate parties. This includes law enforcement, insurance companies, and most importantly, affected customers. In the aftermath of a data breach, it can be difficult to know where to turn. The first step is identifying who needs to be notified. While it might seem daunting, there are clear guidelines for reporting data breaches. As we mentioned, the primary entities that require notification are law enforcement agencies, insurance providers, and crucially, the affected customers. Reporting to law enforcement is essential for several reasons. First, it helps to track cybercriminal activity and prevent future attacks. Second, it demonstrates that your business is taking the breach seriously and cooperating with authorities. Some businesses might be hesitant to involve law enforcement, fearing negative publicity or potential repercussions. However, failing to report a breach can have far more serious consequences, including legal penalties. Contacting your insurance company is another vital step. Cyber liability insurance can help cover the costs associated with a data breach, such as legal fees, customer notification, and credit monitoring services. Your insurance provider can guide you through the claims process and provide valuable support during this challenging time. Finally, it is crucial to remember that the most important stakeholders in a data breach are the affected customers. Notifying them promptly and transparently is not only a legal obligation in many jurisdictions but also an ethical imperative. Engaging with law enforcement and insurance companies might seem intimidating, but it's crucial to view them as allies in the aftermath of a data breach. Law enforcement agencies possess the expertise and resources to investigate cybercrime, track down perpetrators, and potentially recover stolen data. When reporting the breach to law enforcement, provide as much detailed information as possible. This includes the date of the breach, the type of data compromised, and any suspicious activity observed. Cooperate fully with their investigation and be prepared to answer their questions. Remember, law enforcement is there to help you navigate this challenging situation. Similarly, your insurance company is a valuable resource in the event of a data breach. Cyber liability insurance can help mitigate the financial impact of a breach by covering expenses such as legal fees, customer notification costs, credit monitoring services, and public relations efforts to rebuild your reputation. When contacting your insurance provider, have your policy information readily available and be prepared to provide a detailed account of the breach. Your insurance company can guide you through the claims process and offer support in navigating the legal and regulatory complexities of a data breach. In the aftermath of a data breach, it's natural for businesses to feel a sense of fear and vulnerability. There might be a tendency to downplay the severity of the breach or even to avoid reporting it altogether, fearing reputational damage or legal consequences. However, it's crucial to remember that transparency and swift action are paramount in these situations. The fear of being blamed for the attack is understandable, but it should not hinder your response. Cybercriminals are becoming increasingly sophisticated in their methods, and even the most secure systems can be vulnerable. Acknowledge the breach openly and honestly, both internally and externally. Communicate clearly with your employees, customers, and stakeholders, providing updates on the situation and the steps being taken to address it. Remember, attempting to cover up a data breach will only compound the damage in the long run. When businesses are transparent and proactive in their response, they demonstrate a commitment to accountability and customer trust. By engaging openly with authorities, insurance companies, and affected individuals, you can begin the process of rebuilding confidence and mitigating the long-term impact of the breach.